Hello everybody. So today I want to do a video on wills. It's a very important topic. A lot of people talk about it, but unfortunately the majority of the people don't take the necessary steps to ensure that they protect the assets they've acquired through their lifetime so that the loved ones that they leave behind are the ones who actually get them. If you procrastinate on this issue, the consequences are not ones that you will experience, but they are experienced by the family and the loved ones you leave behind. And you don't want that happening. So in this video, I'm going to encourage you to try and get a will done, and then I'm going to let you know some of the issues that are important and significant that you can deal with. Okay. As I said earlier, wills are extremely important. And a lot of people know this fact. However, despite knowing it, they don't take the necessary steps of making a will. And if you want to test this theory, I'd like you to try and go speak to your wife, your husband, your father, your mother, your grandparents if they're alive, and ask them if they've ever thought about doing a will. And I suspect you're going to find the majority of them say they have. But when you do a survey, you're going to find out most of them, in fact, do not even have a will. And that's the problem, because when you don't do a will, the money that you've saved, the assets required at the end of your life are going to be dispersed, not in accordance with your wishes, but may in fact lead to fights between your family members over who should get what, and people will try and figure out what your wishes were, and that can lead to happy families falling apart and having a lot of problems. So one of the things people want to know is, how much does it cost to do a will? The answer to that question depends upon what it is that you're trying to do in a will. If you simply have a single house and you want the lawyer to write down your wishes with respect to what you want to happen with that house, depending upon how much time the lawyer is going to expend on that and what his rates are, you may pay anywhere from $300-$400 to a couple $1,000s. But if you have numerous homes and you've got numerous bank accounts and you've got properties abroad, not just in Canada, and you have corporations, not just in Canada, but also abroad. So in that instance, the lawyer has to do what's called estate planning. Now, estate planning is more than just simply doing a will and writing down your wishes and how you want your assets to be distributed. Estate planning involves taking account of all the tax consequences upon your death and ensuring that your loved ones are going to end up with the most amount of money, that the money does not end up in the government's hands, because the government's going to come taxing you on everything upon your death. And so you want to make sure that if you have a lot of assets, you get a hold of a lawyer who has experience doing estates and wills, wills being a smaller part of estates planning, so that your wishes, not only expressed in your will, but your wishes are in accordance with the best practice to ensure that the least amount of taxes are paid and the most amount of money is left over. There are instances where people will have children who are extremely young. So you want to be able to deal with how the money that you leave behind is going to be distributed to those children. It's unfortunate, and sometimes it happens in a motor vehicle accident, both the mother and father may pass away. And if that happens, who is there to look after your estate? How is that money going to be distributed to the children? At what age? Who's going to be their guardian? Who's going to look after those children, and how and where are those children going to live and grow up? What education are they going to receive? All these issues can be addressed in your will, but you should take those steps, because if you don't, after you pass away, other people will make those decisions on your behalf. And those people, when they make those decisions, are going to cost you a lot of money, especially if there are lawyers involved and there's judges getting involved in these issues.